Welcome to the arguably most beautiful campground in the whole of Canada. Welcome back to part 2 of our Out East special. If you missed part 1, check the link above or in the description below. In this episode, we're exploring the wonders of Nova Scotia, the jaw-dropping tides of the Bay of Fundy. Next, we'll visit the colorful town of Lunenburg, snap photos at the iconic Peggy's Cove, relax on some of Nova Scotia's most beautiful beaches, and take in the rugged beauty of Cape Breton. Along the way, we'll enjoy seafood and of course Halifax famous Donair, all while staying in an Airbnb, doing some camping in the tent and a cabin. Get ready, Nova Scotia is about to take your breath away. Today was a short drive. We left New Brunswick and entered Nova Scotia. When entering Nova Scotia, I'd suggest to pull over by the sign, take a quick picture, video before you continue your journey. Welcome to our command center, an Airbnb in Walton on the mighty Bay of Fundy. We based ourselves here for the first stretch because pretty much everything is within a couple hours away. And apparently in Nova Scotia, you're never more than 67 kilometers or 42 miles from the ocean. If you're looking for the beach, just start walking any direction, you'll hit water soon. And as you probably noticed, you're right on the 9-hole golf course right on the cliffs. We didn't play golf, but if you're into golf, this is even a better destination for you.
Just down the road from our Airbnb is a beach. It's about a 10-minute walk, and if you go there during a low tide, you can walk out quite a ways.
Hours later.
I'll give you a quick tour of this amazing Airbnb. This is the kitchen
And the bathroom.
We were with 7 people, so the Airbnb accommodated this. This is the primary bedroom with a queen bed and laundry facilities. The lower level bedroom with 2 twin beds. The upper loft with 2 beds. And from here you have a nice view of the kitchen, the dining room and the living rooms.
So that's a barbecue and Muskoka chairs overlooking the golf course. And the Bay of Fundy, nice fire pit with firewood. And again, overlooking the Bay of Fundy.
And we really enjoyed the fire. Nothing is nicer than sitting outside having a nice fire after a busy day of exploring Nova Scotia.
The next morning.
We went to visit Lunenburg, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that's only about an hour away. However, when you are in Nova Scotia, expect to take a little bit longer because there is many spots on the way where you want to stop and just check out the views.
So we are in Lunenburg now, which is of course very famous, and it's the next actual UNESCO World Heritage Site. If you park on the way to the golf course, you get a better view. And let's put the drone in the air. So over here is the only spot where we found what you can find with credit cards. Is right next to the Fisheries Museum. Otherwise there is street parking, but you need change. So this is definitely one thing that I'd love to do, and you can do it here. You can actually go in a cage and see the great whites. And over there is where we just were and flew the drone. You can do harbor tours here, you can do whale watching. So there's lots and lots to do here.
So whales last time here.
The Fisheries Museum, it's right on the boardwalk.
Before up.
So Lunenburg is a nice little town, colorful houses. You have the Fishery Museum, the Blue Nose 2, However, it's gone now. I'm not sure where it is, but normally it's here. And the blue nose too is also what's on the dime here in Canada. That's how famous it is. So unfortunately, it's not here today. We parked on the harbor and now we're heading into the historic old downtown tour. So everywhere you go, you have the old historical houses and they're all very, very colorful. Not sure if you can tell, but the hills here, it's definitely very steep. So it's a good workout for your calves. So there's a map. And again, wherever you look, you have like the old historical buildings. Even buy a lobster sub here at Subway. We are now in Mahone Bay. We're just gonna stop at Saltbox Brewery for a lobster-infused beer.
Mahone Bay is very famous for the 3 churches on the water.
A little later.
So we're back at the Airbnb with my lobster crustacean beer. Apparently they use whole lobsters and fire roasted lobster shells in the beer to infuse it. This beer was from Saltbox in Mahone Bay.
The following day.
So we made it to Peggy's Cove. The parking is an absolute nightmare. Luckily we found the spot, but everywhere down the road there's just people everywhere. And I don't know why parking is such a nightmare, and if this is usually the case. We are here on a Tuesday afternoon and it's busy. As you can see, it was extremely foggy when we're here. Normally you get very nice views like this. So fortunately it's still very, very foggy, but it's still beautiful anyway. Stay off the rocks near the ocean. The rocks could be slippery and the waves could be high, and every year people get dragged into the ocean here. You cannot leave Peggy's Cove without trying a lobster. So we're at Tom's Lobster Shack and we ordered a lobster. This comes with chips and pickles and of course the bun itself.
Tomorrow.
This area is famous for its wineries, its cideries, and a beautiful view from the lookoff, which is where we are right now. The signage here is pretty good. There's actually a sign on the highway when it comes to the lookoff, and 100% recommended because the view is just absolutely stunning. So you can just pull over once you're at the lookoff and you get the view over the valley and the ocean. So we're in the Annapolis Valley and we are at Benjamin Bridge Vineyards, so let's go check it out.
later.
So we made it to Halls Harbour, which is where there's the famous lobster pounds. Was nice little gift shop here. That's a big one.
Alright, you can catch him. He won't hurt you.
Catch him.
See if anybody's home. Anybody home?
After you place your order and or pick your lobster size, you can then sit down and they will bring it to you.
Getting ready for my lobster here. When you order lobster here, you get a beautiful lobster bed. So we got the lobster right here. I've never eaten lobster, but luckily, thanks to the internet, there's a tutorial on how to do it. So let's dig in. So I finished the lobster. It was really good.
Next morning.
The next day we drove to Halifax to explore the city.
We are now in Halifax. Unfortunately, it's raining, which, doesn't make for a great city tour, but let's go check it out anyway. Here at the Salter lot, you can park if you have a bigger truck or an RV or anything like that. Like I have a pickup truck, so I can park on the ground, but so far this is $3 an hour. Some nice little yachts here. So I'm sure on a nice sunny day you probably have a nice view, but unfortunately it's still pouring rain here. So when in Halifax, of course, you have to eat a Donair, which is what we're doing now. So this is Donair, you get the meat, you get tomatoes, you get onions, and of course the sauce is really, really good.
Halifax is a beautiful city on the water, but what makes it really unique is the Citadel. This was built by the British in 1749 and back then was referred to as Fort George.
In order to get into the Citadel, it's a Parks Canada. I think it's $13 for an adult. But you can walk around, like outside, for free.
And while it was built in 1749, the lawnmowers are definitely more modern. On the boardwalk, there's always something to do. There are many vendors on the boardwalks and many different types of food. Right here on the Halifax waterfront, overlooking the Atlantic Ocean, stands one of the most fascinating museums in Canada, the Maritime Museum of the Atlantic. It's home to shipwrecks, stories of the seas, and one of the world's most moving collections artifacts from the Titanic. Halifax played a vital role after the Titanic disaster. Cable ships based here were sent out to the icy North Atlantic to recover the victims. Many of those recovered were brought back to Halifax. Even for the kids, there's lots to do. There's lots of interactive exhibits. On a cold December morning in 1917, Halifax was shattered by one of the largest non-nuclear explosions in human history. The blast leveled the north end of Halifax, vaporized buildings, and hurtled ships anchored more than 3 kilometers away. And again, lots to do for kids at this museum as well.
You did it!
And outside on the boardwalk. When in Nova Scotia, 100% recommend exploring Halifax, and maybe you'll get some better weather than we did. When we left the Airbnb, it was nice and sunny, so we thought it was perfect for a beach day.
So we are at the beach, and of course it's foggy again. That is usual.
Martinique Beach is the longest, sandiest beach in Nova Scotia. It's 5 kilometers of white sand, but unfortunately it wasn't the nicest day. We left our command center and started going north to explore Cape Breton, arguably the most beautiful part of Nova Scotia. We had a quick check-in at our cabin that we stayed at for the night, and we immediately had to go because down the road we had another activity planned.
So we're at the Neldas, which is where you can do the Puffin Tour. It's $63 for an adult and $30 somewhat for a child under 12. And if they are under 6, they're free.
A quick note, they only take e-transfer or cash here.
So we're on the Puffin Tour boat. We're just waiting to depart.
But over there on the left is Cape Breton Island, and right ahead of us, right there, is the free ferry that takes you from the mainland to the Cape Breton Trail.
Then they established his port here. The port took in the area above on the other side of the wharf.
As part of this tour, you're going to see beautiful landscapes, but also animals, including bald eagles, seals, and many different types of birds, but more importantly, puffins, which is what we...
See what else the binoculars.
Yep. Alright.
Everyone got the gannet? Big patch on the base of the bill. Up high on the higher rock up there.
This was a spectacular tour to see wildlife, but also to see beautiful Cape Breton. 100% recommend it. Just minutes from the Puffin Tour is where we stayed for the night in a cabin in a private park called Chéticamp. Registration and arcade. There's also ice and ice cream and chips. And a nice pool. Playground for the kids. Transient spots over here. With full hookups. One of 2 cabins, they come with barbecue and a little fridge. This was our cabin where we stayed. It's
space. I think you get a nice little porch, barbecue, picnic table, and a fire pit. There's a mini fridge there. There's a queen bed here. There's 2 singles upstairs and a queen bed here. It does have hydro outlet as well. The washrooms. Toilets. And quite over here. They have some seasonal sites as well. And a beautiful view over St. Anne's Bay. Location-wise, this was a great place to stay.
The following day,
We woke up early and drove to Sydney. Hey, that's not the right Sydney. We went to the other Sydney, Sydney, Nova Scotia.
Welcome to Sydney, Australia, Nova Scotia.
If you ever had to complete any paperwork for immigration, odds are you probably had to send it here. This is downtown Sydney, Nova Scotia.
This is the Sydney Boardwalk. It's a nice little boardwalk. It's not nearly as big or busy as Halifax. So Sydney is the 2nd largest city in Nova Scotia and is on Cape Breton. So if you want to do the Cabot Trail and you need to visit or you want to visit the city, Sydney is the city.
Sydney has the largest fiddle in the world. The fiddle stands 17 meters tall and weighs 8 tons. It's made out of painted steel and was built over an 8-month period. Right by the fiddle is also where the harbor is, and this is where the massive cruise ships dock. Now, as you can see, there was no cruise ship today, so it was a ghost town, and most of the stores are actually closed. They only open when there's a cruise ship.
So apparently this place is only open when the cruise ship comes in, and there isn't one.
While it is a city, it has a small town feel, and 100% recommend visiting Sydney when you're in Cape Breton. The next day we drove up further up the peninsula to arguably the most beautiful area in Nova Scotia, which is Cape Breton National Park. And in order to get there, you have to take a very short ferry from the Englishtown direction to make it to the main peninsula.
So we're now on the ferry. Hope you can see.
The drive to Cape Breton National Park is absolutely stunning, with the ocean on your right and the mountains on the left.
So we are now at the Cabot Trails, and just everywhere you have stunning views. And lots of lookout spots, as you can see. So we're at the visitor center at the National Park.
Whether you're here for the day or you go camping, you still need to buy your vehicle permit, so just buy it when you enter the park. And every national park has a great visitor center. At a national park campground, you cannot check in early, so as a result, we did some exploring and we drove to Halls Harbour for some great lunch.
So yeah, let's check out the area and the food here. So mainly seafood, but if you don't like seafood, they do have hamburger, chicken strip, cheeseburger as well.
When you order here, definitely recommend sitting at one of those blue picnic tables for an amazing lunch with a beautiful view. And there's a beautiful lighthouse as well. Now keep in mind, you cannot fly a drone in a national park, but this is outside of the park, so always make sure when you fly your drone, you're not within park boundary.
So I got the fish and chips, And the nice thing is when you order here, that's your view. I had the haddock and chips here, the 2-piece, and it was absolutely delicious. So definitely recommend. If you're at the Cabot Trail, take a little detour to Halls Harbour. You get a beautiful view and great food.
We had a quick pit stop at Blackbrook Cove Beach, which is a beautiful beach with a waterfall. On the way back to English Beach, we stopped just outside of English at a pretty unique place, the Groovy Goat. Here they sell soap, body products, gelato with one secret ingredient. You can probably guess it, it's goat milk. After you order your ice cream, definitely go to the back of the property where you can then explore the farm. So if you're looking for a unique and delicious spot on your Cape Breton adventure, this is the place.
Early the next morning.
We woke up early that day to pack up and head to our favorite campground. It's a first come, first serve. It opens at 10 a.m., but you want to be there before because it fills up quick.
Made it to Meat Cove. This is where the main guest house is. And the campground office. And of course at Meat Cove you get a stunning view. There's a food truck here as well that apparently has delicious food, so we're gonna check that out later. So this is our site. It's 32 and 18, so that's one of our tents, and here's the second tent. And we have a beautiful view from our campsite, as you can see. Over there is the trailer you can rent, and the yellow with red building with red roof is the conversation with showers. And again, no matter where you are here at Meat Cove, you always get stunning views like this. Since it is a small campground, parking it has to be on the side of the road unless you take our sites, because our sites are the only two that have a little driveway. However, the roads are still pretty narrow. As you can see, there is vehicles parked, so definitely if you have a bigger vehicle, keep in mind that you may have to drive out or take some time to go back and forth so you can turn the vehicle around. There are some cabins as well. You can rent them. However, you do need to book them in advance. The odds of you showing up here and being able to get a cabin are slim to none, I'd say. But again, no matter where you are here at the campground, you always get a stunning views. So we are going on a hike. Apparently it's a 40-minute hike to the top of this mountain. So let's go check it out. So we made it to the mountain trail. Over there is the peak. I assume this is parking and I assume this is the trail. So let's go check it out. It's supposed to take you 40 minutes. So we'll see. The first couple hundred meters are definitely very steep. It's all uphill. We got quite a ways to go still. Because the top is somewhere over there.
So we made it on top of the mountain. You can see the Meat Cove Campground behind us. This was one of the hardest trails I've ever done. At parts it's like 45-degree uphill that you need a rope. So it's very steep, but honestly you can't beat the view. It's absolutely stunning. And therefore I 100% would recommend it.
Trail at times is definitely overgrown when you're on top of the mountain. As you can see here, you're pretty much bushwhacking at times. But Again, the view is spectacular, so just check for ticks after.
Here at the top, there's berries everywhere. There's also die tours up there. Sky. Just up here, top, it's full of blueberries. Definitely a hard trail, very windy up top, but so worth it. 100% recommend doing this trail.
1 hour later!
We made it back to the campground, and downhill is definitely easier than uphill.
They do have cool fire pits with the campground's name on it. Numbers are indicated on picnic tables.
The beach you see from this view is a very nice beach, perfect for swimming. We were only here for one night, which is very unfortunate. Having said that, maybe next time we won't put our tent right on the edge of the cliff because it was super windy overnight and I was scared we're just gonna roll off the cliff several times.
A few inches later.
The next morning we left and continued our Cabot Trail adventure. Now, one thing to note is in order to get to Meat Cove, it's about a 30-kilometer road. It's not the best quality. It's partly paved, partly dirt, so take your time. This is arguably the most beautiful part of the Cabot Trail, with all the highlights, with the beautiful views. The Skyline Trail is here as well. We'll do it later because we arrived here and the parking lot was already completely full. So we're in the town of Chéticamp and there is a lighthouse light. So let's go check it out.
Chéticamp, definitely you have to do the slides. You have to. So this is downtown Chéticamp. There's lots of restaurants and bars and hotels. And of course the lighthouse light. So lots of insurance brokers and restaurants, and then also proud to be Lola's Hookers, whatever that is.
So it's a nice little town with stores and restaurants and just to go for an easy stroll.
The local food truck that seems to be very, very busy. Therefore, I assume it's good.
Just located outside of town is a very nice beach. It's called Petit Étang, which is located just outside of the national park.
Moments later.
These are the sites here. They're kind of interesting because they have no marking, so I assume this picnic table is the picnic table. This is our site 81. The sites itself are numbered on the picnic table, but there's really no clear indication as to where your site starts and ends, so it's interesting. The nice thing about this campground is if you have kids, there's a large playground with swings over there. There's some teeter-totters, there's some slides, and more teeter-totters over here. You do get a nice view overlooking the Cape Breton Mountains. This is the comfort station with showers. There's only one shower, which is interesting, but they're nice nevertheless. From a privacy perspective, as you can see, it's pretty wide open, so don't expect a lot of privacy at this national park here. The checker is straight ahead. The odd thing again with the national park is when you buy your camping permit, it does not come included with your day pass. So when you book camping, you still have to purchase a day pass. Things that I do like about national parks is the fact that they do have the shelter buildings. So if you don't want to sit in the tent on a rainy day, you can go in one of those shelter buildings. There's a wood stove. Heat things up. There's a sink and just several picnic tables where you can hang out on a rainy day, which I think is actually pretty cool. As part of this campground, you also have the information center right there. There's a little store where you can buy your coffee, your ice, and just get further information about the park and the area. Whenever in the national parks, you also get lots of photo opportunities. You get information about the area, including the map, schedule of events, and the information center itself. Now we are on the French side, and that's why we see the Acadian flag everywhere. Garbages are located by the comfort stations. There's even laundry line facilities. If you don't want to hang the laundry on your own site, you can do it here. And again, lots of different sites everywhere with no clear markings as to where the site starts or ends.
2 hours later.
This is the one must-do trail in the park, the Skyline Trail. Now keep in mind it's extremely busy, so either go early in the morning or later in the afternoon, and that's exactly what we did.
No drones and no dogs, so let's see how many people we can find that either bring their dog or are flying their drone. So this is the trail itself. We are here now. And here's all the different viewpoints, and then back. The trail is so far still very easily accessible. You could do it with a wheelchair or a stroller. There's just gravel. No trees, weeds or anything, so far it's a very easily accessible trail. So you do get some nice lookouts so far on the Skyline Trail. The trail is still very easy, just a gravel path. So definitely easy. It is long, but easy so far. So you have to stay on the boardwalk. There's some huge vine and there's definitely some wind gusts, so let's go. To the end of the Skyline Trail, the last piece of boardwalk. Over there you can see the Cabot Trail distance. So this is the fence to ensure that the moose don't eat all the new vegetation. So when you are at the trail, make sure you close the gate. So we're near the end of the Skyline Trail. Definitely a beautiful trail. Certainly the lookout, the boardwalk piece. It is a long trail. It took us probably a good 2 hours and 15 minutes, including some stopping and of course the lookouts itself. It is wheelchair and stroller accessible, but again, it is a longer hike. I think it's in 7K in total. So yeah, overall great hike, definitely recommend it. You do get some absolutely stunning views.
For sure.
We are in Pleasant Day to do some whale watching, so we're just waiting on the boat now because we are very early. So just taking a little stroll at the beach here. this is the harbor itself, and this is also where the whale watching tours are. There's 3 different ones. We are going on the big boats. We were here over 10 years ago. We did the Zodiac, and my wife got really seasick, so we figured this time we'll take the bigger boat, and hopefully she doesn't become a boat puker. This is also where the whale museum is. And washrooms. So, well, there's a washroom on the boat. If you've ever been on the washroom on the boat, you probably don't want to go. So this is a good option here.
Now it is pretty rare and it does happen. Unfortunately, we see no whales at all. Luckily, we had the guaranteed whale watching, so we do have a coupon for next time, which just means we have to be back. But here's some footage from actual whales that, you know, we didn't see.
2 hours later.
There was one other thing we wanted to check out, a short drive from Pleasant Bay at Bullock Bend Falls.
The waterfall is not even 30 seconds from the parking lot, it's right there. And unfortunately, due to the fact that there wasn't a lot of rain, it's really not flowing that well at the moment. But it is a beautiful waterfall.
Time's already.
So that ends the tour of Nova Scotia. So it's absolutely stunning, and if you got a lot of value out of this video, definitely smash that like button. It really helps to push this video out to a larger audience. And subscribe as well, it's absolutely free. And if you're looking for additional videos to watch, why don't you check out this video right here, where we summarize the best top 10 provincial parks we visited last season.